Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In our previous class, we understand about shortcuts now, right? In today's class, we'll try to understand what is SQL Analytics Endpoint. So, uh, have you noticed or not, while creating any Lakehouse and all, by default, there is a SQL Analytics Endpoint will come. Because we are not creating anything, by default, it will come. For example, so here you can see there are two lakehouses. One is DWLH information, another one is test LH. Here we can see, so this is the SQL Analytics endpoint, this is the SQL Analytics endpoint. I didn't create this one. Automatically, whenever you create any lakehouse, it comes by default. So here we can open two ways, like by just clicking on that, or through Lakehouse, we can switch between the Lakehouse and the SQL endpoint. I'll try to show you that. So first I'm clicking on this one. So DW LHR information, just click on that. Okay. So now you can see directly we are in SQL Analytics endpoint. Okay. Sometimes we can open from the Lakehouse also. For example, here we can see Lakehouse, right? If you click on that automatically, so there is a SQL Analytics endpoint. By clicking also, so we can directly jump into the SQL endpoint. Let me click on this one. So it means that we can switch a toggle between the Lakehouse and SQL Analytics endpoint based on your requirement. So what we can do here, right? So basically, what are the tables that are available in the Lakehouse? We can query and we can create the semantic models. We can create the visual queries, and we can do many more things. Even you can create the views also. For example, so let me create a one query. So by just click on new query, expand the DBO tables. Here we can see there are two tables. One is EMP and another one is EMP underscore market, right? So select star from EMP, just run it. Now it's going on. Now you can see there are 6 columns and 2 records. So here we can join, we can write CDs, or we can do derived tables, we can do many more things. We can join it and all, okay? For example, instead of select, I want to only view columns like employee ID, employee name, and salary. Just try to execute it. Okay, so it's up to your wish, like how do you want to write the queries and all. So all these things we can do at the SQL Analytics endpoint. Now we'll get a question like what is the difference between SQL Analytics endpoint and Fabric data warehouse? If you notice, both are looks the same only. There are no difference at all. Okay, but there are a lot of differences between the SQL Analytics endpoint and Fabric data warehouse. Because when you create any Fabric data warehouse, you will not get SQL and Analytics endpoint. Only it will create when you create the Lakehouse only. Okay, and there are different similarities are there. I'll try to explain going forward. As of now, I'm trying to create one table. Create a table, sales data. So employee int. So EMP name, varchar, and EMP salary int. Okay. So 3 columns are there. Let me try to run this. What you are getting? So the external policy action was denied on the requested resources. It means that we cannot create any so objects like whether it is a table or procedure function, but we can create a view. Okay. So for example, so keep in mind that we cannot able to create object because we're getting some kind of external policy error. In case if you want to create, select star from EMP. So try to run it. Just highlight the text and then click on save view. Automatically you will get view. B sales information data. Okay, that's it. So it means that what are the underlying tables are there based on we can create the vSAML, but apart from that we cannot do any kind of delete, update, truncate. We can't do that. Even if I try to drop the table, it won't help. Drop table EMP. Okay, just run it. So error. Okay, again I'll try to delete some data. Delete from EMP. That's it. Okay. So DML statements are not supported in this table of version. Okay. So like insert, update, delete, truncate, drop, all these are not possible in the SQL Analytics endpoint. Okay. But means we can do that because we are not changing anything. We are building a view based on the underlying tables. Okay, so that's the reason it is allowing, but rest of things it won't work out as I showed you, right? I think you had some better clarity what you mean by exactly SQL analytics endpoint, but going forward, we will try to come up with the different scenarios that make you more realistic in a real-time environment, how you going to use that. So thank you. We'll catch next video. Bye bye.